What's up, YouTube? So I'm here today in Medellin, Colombia. I'm going to do an interview with these two elders, Elder Meeks and Elder Gross. These guys are missionaries from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I was able to have a little bit of lunch with them. They were telling me a little bit about their faith. And Meeks, why don't you come on up here and do you first here and talk about when did you, how old are you, and what made you start becoming a missionary? First of all, where are you from? Okay.
So I'm from Utah, USA. I'm 19 years old, and I'm doing this because I had a conversion when I was younger. I decided to pray and got my answer, that this church is real. And I want to help other people in this journey, to find their own answers and to develop their own faith in Jesus Christ.
Now, how old were you when you made that decision?
I was 18 years old.
Okay. And Elder Gross, come on. This guy's from California, surfer, big time. What part of California are you from?
I'm from San Diego.
Okay. How old were you, and when you made this decision, why are you doing this?
When I made my decision, I was around 17 or 18, and like Elder Meeks, I had a type of conversion, right? I received an answer from God about that I should be a missionary. I should help other people learn more about Christ and learn more about what He did for us, how we can return to God.
So, what kind of Meeks? What kind of commitment is it? And what kind of commitment is it? And what is the kind of sacrifices you guys got to do? Because someone who never been a missionary doesn't even know. We see the white shirts. Does everybody wear white shirts and ties? Is that what it is? No matter where you are in the world.
Okay. All the guys wear white shirts, tie, and the black. And like missionaries, we always wake up at 6:30. We study. We leave our families for this time to a different place where we're called, and we're serving the Lord, helping other people. We leave our families, girlfriends, work, studying, and we just put our whole work into it.
So guys, he was telling me there's like 50,000 missionaries worldwide, from the Church of Jesus Christ, and they all have like the same kind of thing. So one of the things he said that's very unique about Medellin, Colombia. Will I share that what you were mentioning about what happens here in Medellin, Colombia? Because there's so many women over here.
There's a lot of beautiful women here in Medellin, so some missionaries stray from the path that they should go on and are disobedient to the rules that we have as missionaries. So what happens is that if you're not a worthy person, you're making bad decisions, they send you home. So something that's really that can be hard for some missionaries in the mission is to stay away from girls, stay away from parties, stuff like that.
So can you kind of just give a brief explanation? What are the rules? You want to be a missionary? What are you giving up during this 2-year period?
During this 2-year period, we put all of our work, all of our strength, everything that we do into serving the Lord. So that means that you can't have a girlfriend, you can't go to parties, you can't drink beer, you can't smoke weed, stuff like that. And then you should be focused in helping other people learn about Christ and serving others. So if you are a disobedient elder, disobedient missionary, you're not focused on the things that you should be doing, they either tell you that you should change the way you're acting or change the way that you're holding yourself, or that you should go home because you're not focused in the reason that you're here.
So let me ask you, if someone is married, can they become a missionary?
So you can't become a missionary. You just have to have if you're married and have kids, your kids have to be grown up, and you don't have to look out for them. If you're married and then you get divorced, you can't have kids. If you do
not have kids,
okay. Or because they're your responsibility and you have to look out for them. And if you have kids and you're single, you have to wait until you're older, like your age or older, and then you can go on a mission.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's say someone who comes to your church and they're maybe a transvestite or they're gay. How does that work when you're in your church?
So in our church, we respect the decisions they make, right? We don't support them. Whatever person can make whatever decision they want. It's what they have. They have the right to make a decision. But within the church, we have certain rules, certain commandments that we follow. Within those commandments, you can't be gay, you can't be transvestite, because you're breaking a rule that God has put for us. So we respect the people, but we don't support the decisions they make.
So you love the people, you don't judge them, you welcome them to come in, but we all gotta get right? We all have to, kind of like, that's a process, like anything else. It's a process. You don't just wake up one morning and say, I'm going to have a sex change. It's like anything else. It's a process. So, I went to their church as a single man, and I didn't feel judgment. I didn't feel oppressed. Nobody really, they sent me a pamphlet. We really didn't talk about much about the pamphlet, but they were very open, and I had some questions about what I read. They answered them. So, it was very helpful. So, it was very productive. So, I'll give you guys the last words. Anything you want to share with the people? How do they contact you? Where is your church located? What are the service times? Let the people know.
Around the world, there's churches all around the world. The way you can find it is by looking up the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.com. .org. By that site, you can find the church times and where the churches are at. Typically, the churches, the services that we have are from 9 in the morning to 11. It's only 2 hours. We invite you guys to learn more about Christ and to learn more about what He did for you.
And in that same website, there will be a link saying if you want to learn more, and you can contact with missionaries like us. Or if we're in the street, you can always say hi to us, and we would love to talk to you.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for the interview. Take care.